Hello friends. Back with me again, Joseph, your host, and welcome to our channel and the Saint Story for Kids. Today we're journeying back to the very beginning of the church to meet a young and incredibly brave saint named Prisca. You might also hear her called Priscilla. Her story takes place in ancient Rome, at a time when being a friend of Jesus was dangerous. Yet, even as a young girl, Prisca chose to follow Christ with all her heart. Her feast day is January 18th, and when we remember martyrs, the liturgical color is red, symbolizing the sacrifice they made for their faith. Saint Prisca's story is a powerful reminder that you're never too young to be a hero for God. Her courage helped strengthen the first Christians, and today, her life teaches us what it means to be faithful, even when it's hard. So let's get ready to learn about this amazing young light from the early days of Christianity. Not a lot is known for sure about Prisca's childhood, but tradition tells us she was born into a Christian family right in the heart of Rome. Some stories even say she was baptized by Saint Peter himself. Can you imagine that? It would mean she was connected to the church from its very first moments. Prisca grew up in a world where being a Christian was risky. The Roman emperors didn't understand this new faith and often arrested or hurt those who followed Jesus. Prisca would have known this. But instead of being afraid, her love for Jesus grew stronger every day. She didn't hide her faith. This courageous spirit, even as a child, prepared her for the great test she would soon face. It shows us that faith isn't about age. It's about a heart that loves God. As the story goes, Prisca was eventually arrested simply for being a Christian. She was brought before the Roman leaders, who demanded that she turn her back on Jesus and worship their false gods instead. They tried to tempt her with promises of rewards and then threatened her with terrible punishments if she refused. But Prisca's faith was unshakable. She bravely told them that she belonged to Jesus and could not worship anyone else. This made the leaders very angry. They tried everything to break her spirit. Tradition says she was beaten, and when they threw her 2 wild animals in the arena, the animals miraculously refused to harm her. Through it all, Prisca remained firm. In the end, because she would not deny her faith, she was martyred for Christ. She gave her life rather than give up her love for Jesus. After her death, the other Christians honored Prisca as a true hero of the faith. A martyr is someone who dies for what they believe in, and Prisca's brave stand gave courage to everyone who is suffering for being a Christian. Her story spread, inspiring others to be just as strong. To this day, if you visit Rome, you can find the Church of Saint Prisca on a beautiful hill called the Aventine Hill. Many believe this church was built right over the house where she once lived. It's one of the oldest churches in the city, a stone reminder of her powerful witness. Early Christians believed that martyrs went straight to heaven to be with God, and they would pray at their tombs, asking these saints to pray for them. Prisca was remembered as one of these great heroes. So what is the legacy of this young saint? Saint Prisca was honored as a saint from the very beginning. Back then, there wasn't a formal process like there is today. A martyr's holiness was recognized immediately by the people who saw their courage. Her feast day, January 18th, is still celebrated by the church all around the world. Because of her youth and bravery, she is considered a patron saint of children. She is a reminder that anyone, no matter how young, can live a life of incredible faith. Her story isn't just a tale from long ago. It's a call to us today. It encourages us to love Jesus with our whole hearts and to be brave in our own lives, no matter what challenges we face. Saint Prisca shows us that true strength comes from trusting God completely. Now, let's take a moment to think about what Saint Prisca's life means for us. Her story shows that faith isn't about how old you are or how much you know. It's about having a heart that says yes to Jesus. She lived when it was unpopular and dangerous to be a Christian, but she didn't let fear win. She stood firm. This makes us ask ourselves, when have I needed to be brave for my faith? Maybe it was as simple as saying a prayer when others weren't, or being kind to someone who was left out. Are there times when we hide our faith because we're worried about what others will think? Prisca's example encourages us to be bold. She teaches us that our faith is something to be shared, not hidden. She trusted that Jesus was worth everything, and her story inspires us to do the same. Let's all try to ask God for the strength to be a little more like Saint Prisca in our daily lives. Thank you so much for joining us to learn about the incredible story of Saint Prisca. Her life shows us that even the youngest among us can be a bright light in a dark world. She reminds us that true faith shines brightest when things are tough. Her courage still speaks to us today, calling us to live our faith openly and with love. What did you find most inspiring about Saint Prisca's story? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our channel for more saint stories for kids. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and healthy as usual. We can't wait to see you next time. God bless you always.